Okay, welcome to Unit 3 on strings. This is part 2 of the videos. Here are your objects we talked about in video 1. You see S1 pointing to its object. Now remember, S1 holds the address, it doesn't actually hold the object. And if you look at our code, we go ahead and assign S1, and we're going to set that equal to sunshine. And what that would look like is, if you look at this example over here, S1 points to the object that holds sunshine. And notice that every one of the indexes matches the letter. So the S is in the 0 position, the U is in the 1 position, the N's in the 2nd position, and the S is in the 3rd position, and so forth, all the way down to 7. And if you notice, it goes from 0 to 7. And even though there are 8 letters, we count 0 as being the first position, as being 1. Okay, most languages start out at 0. So when we go find the length of this string, it's going to say 8. And if we need to get to the last position, we need to subtract 1 from the length, which gives us to the letter E, the last position of sunshine. So let's take a look at some of our methods. Let's take the first one of the length. So let's go back to our code. And if I go ahead and I just say x equals s1 dot length, and we go ahead and output x. Check for any errors, and okay. And if you notice, the output is 8. Okay. And there are 8 letters in sunshine. So the length tells us how many characters there are in sunshine. Again, if you want the last position, you would actually have to subtract 1 from length, and that will get us 7, which you'll probably need to do that when we start talking about loops. We're using loops with strings. Okay, you want to run the loops all the way out to the last letter. Okay, so that is length. The next one we're going to talk about is char_at. Now remember, char is not part of the AP subset. I'll just show you how it works, but try to use substring over char. Okay, so I have let declared as a char, and I can set that equal to s1 dot char_at. And if I pick a number like 3, and I go ahead and output let, notice it is S, and it's actually the 4th letter in, because remember, it starts at 0. S, the first S is in the 0 position, the U is in the 1st position, N in the 2nd position, and the 2nd S is in the 3rd position. Okay, that is char_at, and again, we don't work with characters in AP subset. Chars are not part of our AP subset. So after char_at, we talk about substrings, and there are 2 substrings. Okay, we call this method overloading, when you have 2 methods with the exact same name. Now notice this one has 1 parameter, and this one takes in 2 parameters. So the compiler knows which one to run according to the arguments. Okay, again, we call them arguments inside the program, and then inside the object we call them parameters. And notice this substring is looking for an integer, and this substring is looking for 2 integers. Okay, so we call them parameters here, and then when we get to our coding section, and we go ahead and let's do S2 equals S1 dot substring and let's do 3 again, and it returns. We need to output S2 first. And it returns shine. Okay, it starts at the third position, which is S, and takes everything to the right of S. Okay, so it returns shine. So now S2 equals shine. If we're going to go ahead and do 2, let's go ahead and do 3, 7. This is going to call the substring that takes in 2 parameters. These are called arguments right here, 3 and 7. These arguments are going to be passed into the parameters and calculated over there in the object. With 3, 7, you might be surprised by the output. The output is actually shin. Okay, so what this one does, a lot of students get mixed up on, it starts at 3, goes to 7, but does not include 7. So only SHIN is returned, not the E. Okay, if you want the E to be returned, you have to go 8. Even though there's not an 8th position, remember it doesn't include 8, so and it should run and we get shine. Okay, so you can go one more on the substring. It will not cause a mistake or an error. Okay, but be careful if I go substring 8, okay, by itself, I should get a index out of bounds error. And I get a string index out of bounds error. Okay, so that's because I'm going too far. I'm trying to get in the 9th position, and there's no 9th position there. Same way if I put a negative number here, if I put -1 in substring, I should get the same thing. I must build my program first because I'll keep running the old one. And again, notice it's the outer range. Okay, I get an index out of bounds error. So anytime you receive one of these errors, you're either going too far, mainly your loop's going too many times, and you're trying to gain access to the very end, and you can't, or you're going too less, okay, in the negative numbers. So you might want to check your loops because you're just going too far with them. Okay, that is substring. The next thing we need to do is how do we compare strings? Okay, and if I go S2 is sunshine as well, and if I go S1 dot equals S1, it will return either true or false, okay, depending if they are equal. And it is true, okay, because sunshine does equal sunshine. Okay, now if I make this a lowercase s and go ahead and build this and then run it, it's going to say false because remember, it's case sensitive. So capital sunshine is different than sunshine with a lowercase s. Okay, so we have to use equal. If we use double equal, it will not work. Remember, double equals compares addresses. It doesn't actually compare. So this one here might surprise you. Let's go ahead and run this. And it says false. Okay, they point to 2 different sunshines. Okay, but if I make this a capital S, so they're actually the same thing. Okay, It's true because sunshine is an object and they're both pointing to the same object. So S1 and S2 are both pointing to sunshine, the exact same objects, and they're comparing the address. So in this case, it's going to say true. Now, if I change this and I go string S2 equals new string, and I go sunshine. Remember, with the new operator makes the entire new string, new object. It's not referring to the object sunshine. It's going to make a whole new object. Okay, and then if I build this and run this, it says false because this is a whole new string, not like the S1 was. So when S1 and S2 both pointed to string, it said equal because they're comparing the same address. And since I used a new operator to create a whole new string, it's a different object, so it says false now. So again, don't want to compare objects. Don't use double equal symbols. We have equal methods. Okay. It is now at 11. So we covered length, char adds, substrings, and equals in this video. We'll probably continue on with the other methods in the next video. If you have any questions, see me after class. Enjoy. Keep on programming. Have a nice night.